Okay, today I am building a custom pantry. As you can see, I've already laid the foundation base for the cabinet shelves. And these are 9-foot ceilings, so it goes up pretty high. I created these bases and then I put them in place to have a level floor. And then I created these panels, as you can see here, and I used a Craig jig as we're going to mount the top on. I'm going to drill straight to the wall to anchor these rather than drilling into this. It just is a neat little trick that I learned that saves some time. Okay, the side braces and structures are installed. As you can see, I had to put a little spacer in here to accommodate for the floorboard. I didn't want to rip it out just because I was lazy. And it was pretty good in there, so I'll just put a nice little flashing on here. You'll never even know it exists. So this is screwed right into a stud. Same thing with these over here. And I'm going to put this panel right on top. Okay, as you can see, is the tabletop is installed. I haven't yet screwed it to the top using the pre-drilled Craig jig holes. But as you know, with any drywall, you don't have perfectly square walls. And that's because, well, framers and drywallers aren't precise. So what I'll do is I'll show you how I'll compensate for that later once I build the rest of the shelving. But you'll never even notice that it exists. That's why when you measure, you always want to measure your farthest wall. As you can see, that's where I took my measurement. As you can see here. And that's what I cut the length to. Okay, I have everything ready next to install this next extension of the tabletop. I have Craig jig 3 holes, and I'm going to lay it on here, and I'm going to tie it into this. I'm going to put some glue on here, and then I'm going to use this quick grip to pull it tight here, and then I'm going to get underneath and Craig jig it. Okay, the top is in. As you can see, I've attached it to the side here. Underneath, I used 3 Craig jigs and a wall brace. And then it's attached over here using 3 Craig jigs, pocket holes. Okay, so I'm installing the second shelf. As you can see here, I used some brad nails and glue to get that in. It's a strip of poplar. And then on this side, I did the same as I did above, just mimicked it. And then over here you can see where I have to add the other shelf. Okay, I put some edge banding in, and as you notice, I kind of cleaned up the little edges here. We're going to do this support insert, and it's going to go just like that. I'm going to use some brad nails and just drive them straight through. Okay, so let me show you a little trick that I'm going to do to cover up this gap that you see here between the wall and the cabinet. What I did is I cut, this is MDF, I have a little piece of MDF here, and I have a scrap piece of the baseboard, and what I did is I just drew an outline on it, and I have a scroll saw, and I just cut it out very carefully, and it's going to fit against the wall here, just like this, and it's going to sit nice and smooth and cover up that big gap, and it's going to look like the baseboard goes straight on in, or it's custom fit, because I was too lazy to pull this out and yank it out, because I didn't want to paint it, take care of it, or anything like that, so I just create this little piece to fake it, and it'll give a nice kind of like depth look with the cabinet. And I'm gonna use some brad nails. I'm gonna glue it and then tack it in, and no one would ever even know. And I'll use some caulk to kind of clean the crevices and smooth it out. Okay, the sides are in, so it looks like a built-in, and the edge banding is in. It's been trimmed, and the support is in. So basically, the base is completely in now, and then we're going to move up to the top and build the top shelves. But before we do that, we're going to caulk all the little crevices, all the little areas that need caulking. It's just easier to do it at this stage than it is later on. All right, the pantry is complete. As you can see, it's all painted, all the different levels, and it looks wonderful. I'm really pleased with how it came out.